Hello and welcome. We are so glad that you're here, and we want to start today by acknowledging you for making this choice to step into this training and this pathway. We want you to know that this is a really safe, supportive space for you to explore these new skills, to be curious, to build your confidence, and to step into a new chapter. Today, we've got our incredible leaders here with us of the organizations that have really brought together this vision of creating a place for you to learn, to expand, and to be fully supported on that journey into a really exciting digital career pathway. So today, you will hear and learn a little bit about each of the organizations. We'd like to share why you are a really great fit and a perfect person to be on this journey and in this career, and some words of wisdom for your next steps and for this new chapter. So as we begin, we'd love to start with asking Eve, would you like to share about Place Australia and why you're here and part of this program?
Sure, thank you. I'm Eve Miller. I am the Director of Data Evidence and Practice at Place Australia, which is a brand new organisation that has been set up to support place-based work, which is community-led. That's happening right across Australia. And there is all sorts of amazing work happening, but there's been nothing in the centre to connect people and to connect different communities to each other, to understand how other people are doing things, learn from each other, share practice, and also to come together to advocate for change as a collective. So Place has been set up to do that, and I started about 4 months ago, and one of the first things that we talked about was the challenge around data workforce, that there are not enough people in the place-based space who work with data, understand it, and particularly not at the community level. And so when we were able to meet with Christy and Mel, we came up with this great plan about how we might all come together to support people to learn about the work and then be trained in the work and to go out and do the work with communities.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Eve. And Christy, would you like to follow on with the part that SEER Data and Analytics plays within supporting those organizations?
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. My name's Christy Mansfield. I'm the CEO and founder of SEER Data. And around 10 years ago, I saw the need for people working in communities to have easier access to data and evidence to drive their decision making. That was based on the work that I was doing in southwestern Sydney. So I started the SEER platform, which is a data access sharing and storytelling platform for place-based initiatives and communities. And I am really thrilled that you're going to hear and learn all about the incredible work that people around Australia are doing with data at the centre. There are so many great examples of how data can improve outcomes when the actions are taken based on that information. And so I'm really thrilled that you're going to learn about this work and work with place and communities to make it happen.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Christy. And Mel, we'd love to hear from you of the role of humans of purpose in all of this.
Thanks, Danielle. Well, welcome to you, and it's a pleasure. I'm Mel Greblow, the founder and CEO at Humans of Purpose. It's so great that you found us. Firstly, I'd just like to acknowledge that, and what a courageous step you've taken in any case to get to here. I'm so thrilled about this partnership because in starting Humans of Purpose, we saw a huge opportunity really for people like you who are at home juggling enormous different things in your life, often with children, and really face a lot of barriers to accessing the kinds of decent work and meaningful work that a lot of other people otherwise have access to. So we saw an opportunity to support people like you into digital roles, technology roles. And so this is such a natural and wonderful evolution of that, to partner with Place Australia and SEER Data to bring you this opportunity. So welcome and congratulations on being here. And I really look forward to watching the journey unfold for you and for us to support you every step of the way.
Thank you so much, Mel. And adding on to that, the Academy is here to provide a really supportive, ongoing space for you, so that as you move through training and work experience and applying for place-based work positions, we're here to help you to feel prepared and capable and so confident. Yeah, and we're really excited for you. Next, you may be sitting there wondering why the focus on data and digital careers. And the answer there is really simple and at the heart of what Mel has shared behind Humans of Purpose itself. These are skills that many of us likely don't even know the job titles of at this point in time. They're coming in really fast, and it's changing constantly. They're really in high demand, and there's a lot of organizations that don't yet know what those roles or those skills will be, but they need people who are ready to tell those stories, to solve problems, and to have a human approach to it all. Christy, could you share a little bit more about what you're seeing in the qualities of candidates or people coming into data digital careers?
Absolutely. And I think that what is really interesting about this is a lot of people that come into these community data roles don't have any data skills in the beginning. They have a really deep understanding and care for their community. Many of them may have lived experience, and they're learning along the way and growing. As the place is now working with so many place-based initiatives, and I'm sure Eve will speak about this in a moment, the scaffolding, the learnings are there to be shared to support you on this journey. But rest assured, it's a curiosity, it's a care, and it's a passion for storytelling that will be really important for you on this journey.
Beautiful. And thank you, Christy. And building on that, Mel, could you share, I guess, even just what you've seen through the agency of how these skills in data, digital work, and that growth mindset almost of like continually learning and evolving with that helps our team to make a real impact in their communities?
Yeah, look, I think the women who have come through the Academy and transitioned into working with us so far in the agency have all of them come in really still extremely nervous, very unsure, lacking the confidence that they really have what it takes to deliver and make a difference to our clients, to us, to the work that they're doing. And it's not long before, just by doing and practicing and, you know, diving in deeper to different content, you know, the different learning across different platforms, it's not very long at all where each small win starts to create this larger confidence, and then it sort of starts to, you know, outsize in outcomes for that particular person. So again, rest assured that you might be coming in exactly the same way, very nervous, unsure. There's a lot of terminology you don't understand at the moment. No one expects you to understand it all at the beginning. And it's just that, you know, day by day practice and applying the learning and you know, and skills to to the work that you get those wins, and that's what develops the confidence. It's actually the same for any of us in any job. I could go to another organization tomorrow as CEO and not have a clue about what I'm doing. I'm going to feel exactly the way you feel right now. So it's that's universal. So just know that, and that you're supported. The skills that that women are learning on the job, both in our agency and then with our employer partners, are absolutely the skills of the future. And as Danielle shared, we don't even know what some of the other careers are going to be yet. But we do know that some of the core competencies that we need as human beings now, regardless of what that work looks like in the future for us, whether it's in data and the digital technology space or elsewhere, is that curiosity, creativity. And you may sit there and think, I'm not creative, but creativity is about problem solving and looking at a problem and having the ability to pull it apart with curiosity and find pathways to solving that problem. And you'll learn that the Seer Data platform helps organizations and whole communities do that. And it's certainly what place-based initiatives are all about. So applying that kind of curious thinking, the what if questions, if you can bring that to the role as well, to inform your storytelling, I think that's where you're going to see enormous success.
I think the other piece is bringing the practical, real world lived experience life lens to, so data can be seen as sort of quite conceptual or over there, but what is so important in the community sort of level thinking about data is, what does it actually mean? What does it mean in terms of this community and what is happening in this community? And so I think the learning of the technical skills alongside an understanding of the way communities work and the way people works and the way change happens is how we end up with this beautiful mix of practical life skills and analytical skills that give us what we refer to as data unicorns, and what we're hoping this program will help us find some more of.
Absolutely. Perfect, Eve. Thank you. Can we build on that part? I guess this partnership has been developed to support our participants into paid employment and being a part of incredible purpose-led organizations and teams. Eve, could you expand a little bit more on what place-based work means as a piece, as well as if you have an example of a recent project perhaps, and who the types of people are in the team, just to shine a little light on that?
Sure. So when we're talking about place-based work, it is, as the name might suggest, it's focused on a place, but it is about place-based change and communities coming together and collaborating with services, with government agencies, with each other, with the whole community to address an issue that they have identified as a priority. So for some communities, it's about children and young people having access to supports, going to kinder, having learning. For other communities, it's about shifting youth crime. It's about sort of responding to issues that are happening in the community in a way that the community has identified both the problem but also the solution and are coming together to make that happen. And place-based organisations, they can sort of develop in all sorts of ways, but often it will be a group of people, a small group of people who are there to do the coordination and the connecting and the sort of the bringing together of all the pieces to help have everybody on the same pathway or sort of rowing in the same direction. And the role of data people in place-based initiatives is incredibly important, because data happens both in terms of the sort of like the government held statistics about communities, but also that communities themselves generate data. They have their own stories, they have their own sort of reflections about what is happening, and it's the combination of the two that will give you the insights and help to understand whether the things that are happening to create change are creating change. So is it making an impact? Is it the right thing? And the data will help understand along the way whether it's happening and to inform changing the plans. So the data roles are incredibly important, but are not just sitting off on the side in front of a computer, sort of in a room on their own. They are an integral part of the team, and the information and the sort of intelligence that they produce helps everybody to do a better job and create better outcomes.
Christy, did you have anything you'd like to add to that from your perspective?
And there is, there are so many examples of when the community data role working in the place-based initiative has been able to surface, make visible where there is a particular issue that can be actioned immediately by the community to get a better outcome. I was just speaking with one of our place-based initiatives that we've worked with for a number of years today, and they realised that some of the data for the early years, so mums were not getting their babies their health checks, and they could see that this was very low compared to the rest of the state. So then they were able to immediately take action on that and encourage all the mums through the services to go ahead and get their health checks, which has made an immediate impact on the outcomes for those families and therefore for the community. So that's just one example. It's always an opportunity to take action when information and data is visible, especially when it's done in collaboration with services and organisations that are working in place.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. I think having this training and the knowledge around data is almost like that key that unlocks the ways that communities can change and update services and improve outcomes for so many. And I know your heart and our members' hearts of wanting to really be a part of that change after navigating all that you have already. And I just find this very, very exciting. Let's move into, what qualities, I guess, as leaders of these organizations, really seeing the vision of where things are going and where the need is. What qualities do you look for in a candidate? I know those participating in this training will be applying for work experience or secondments or paid placements and continuing on through their career. Is there anything that, each of you would like to share on that? Mel, did you want to start?
Sure. Well, I think as Danielle alluded to earlier, we see a lot of you coming into the academy, obviously with that deep lived experience, and sometimes across kind of multiple domains or areas, and that has sort of sparked and ignited something in you that has this absolute desire to give back. And I think that that translates sometimes into a role in community services. And as we discussed at the beginning, this is such a beautiful opportunity to take that passion and that desire to give back into the future of work, and not just where we've always been as a society. So that's firstly just super exciting. And I think too, the qualities in you as a person, I think that, are going to stand you in really good stead for a career in this space and take advantage of those opportunities in the future of work are, again, curiosity. You already have a lot of the qualities too, I'd like to just say, like that the resilience that you have shown in your life, the courage you've shown in your life and your lived experience, the problem-solving ability that you clearly already have. In the micro moments of your lived experience, you would have been problem-solving and not even identified it as that. The organization skills that you have to juggle the myriad things that you have to juggle if you certainly have children and you're coming out of that experience, and time management, things like that. They're all qualities and skills I think we all want to see in any workplace. But I think what you will bring, and what is going to be really amazing if you bring, is certainly that curiosity, that endless kind of openness to learning and knowing that we don't have all the answers, any of us, and that's okay. So and that's a quality I think that you really have to have, that we don't need to know all the answers. We know you don't have all the answers. And so being really open and curious to what can come in, it lets it in a bit more easily too. It doesn't block it then, the learning, which is a really important thing. And that kind of, that desire to communicate about that, to see change for yourself in what you're doing, and then want to tell the world about it and how you can tell the world about it.
Brilliant. Thank you. Eve, would you like to share what you're looking for, or what the team is, what those qualities are in a candidate?
Sure, thank you. As I talked about before, I think the sort of practical, a practical view and an understanding of the world is really important, which all of you will bring. And as Mel's just talked about, all those skills that you learn in navigating life and navigating challenges become part of what you bring to your work. And so when I think about the people who do this work beautifully, it is that combination of curiosity and wondering, and the sort of the questioning of what does this mean, what could this mean, that understanding about the world, and that it's complex, and that all sorts of things happen at the one time, and also a lack of judgment. And so not as in not having judgment, but not being judgmental. So about sort of seeing people and communities for the strengths and the benefits that they have, and for not judging it to be one thing or the other. So there is something about having an openness to both learning, but to seeing all sorts of different things through all sorts of different lenses. And I think data is so wonderful in terms of being able to look at it in lots of different ways, and then to bring the community that you belong to or are working in that lens, which gives it the meaning in that particular context. So I think the sort of the strength and the resilience that comes from having lots of lived experience and coming out the other side, the curiosity and the desire to give back. So if you do this work because you believe in it and you're committed to it, which means that you will always bring your whole self to it.
Yes, beautiful. Openness. It's such a powerful strength to have. So thank you, Eve. Christy, would you like to share from your side, even more practically and technically, those pieces of thriving as part of a team?
Sure. Yes, technically, we look for people who are interested in exploring and understanding what data is telling, or all those stories that could come through from it. Technically, it would be ideal if you had an interest or a passion in pulling together data stories and solutions to make visible the invisible in community, and then share that with others. And really, one of the other elements that is a huge success factor is collaboration, working with lots of different types of people, and then bringing the information that you've developed through the data work to them for them to make sense of it as well.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you all. As we wrap up this conversation, I'd love to hear from each of you, and Christy, we can start from you again, of what you would like the incredible human watching this video to take away as they start this next chapter.
Well, thank you for joining us and welcome to this amazing part of the journey. We are very passionate to work with you, support you in your community data journey. We are really interested to learn from you as well, and excited to welcome you into the community of practice of people all around Australia using data to make change from the ground up.
Thank you. Mel, would you like to share?
Yes, look, I really just want to say welcome to, and we've got your back, and you've got this, even though it might be daunting. It's an incredibly exciting opportunity for us and for you. And like Christy, you know, we can't wait to learn from you as much as what you're going to learn from this training program and beyond. So just take the opportunity by the reins and make it yours, and yeah, and enjoy it. Have a lot of fun along the way.
Thank you. And Eve?
I think echoing both of those things, give it a go. Come and try. I didn't know that I would be able to do this work 4 years ago, and I discovered a passion for it. And we have a Humans of Purpose Academy graduate working with us now, and she is brilliant and she's having a good time and is teaching all of us so much. So the opportunity is here for the taking, and the supports are there. Back yourselves in and give it a go.
Beautiful. I love this. Just to land and wrap up, we, as I shared, the Academy is here to support you. You do not have to, go through this incredible opportunity and transformation on your own. We're here to support you. We have mentors and guides there for you through every step, from the training, applying, work experience, all of it. So please reach out if you have any questions at any time. And we're just, so excited to see you thrive. Thank you all.